Could you lose weight eating ice cream? I have a story today for you about a woman living in New York. She tried what is called the ice cream diet and lost 52 pounds. Here's her story in her own words. This is an audio story, so sit back, relax, and listen. There is a book titled The Ice Cream Diet at www.fantasticretirement.com, Eleanor Rose. Here's what she wrote to me. I heard about the ice cream diet, but who would believe it? Nevertheless, I got the ebook, The Fantastic Ice Cream Diet. I got it at www.fantasticretirement.com, Eleanor Rose. I read the ice cream diet book thinking it was pure nonsense. Mind you, I read every diet book that hits the media. Here's my weight story. When I was 21, I took a job in New York as the runner for a theater company. It was the kind of opportunity that felt like a dream come true, even if the pay was next to nothing. I was the one who ran errands, fetched coffee, and did whatever was needed to keep the show going. But over the next 4 years, that role expanded until I became the world's best theater dog's body, doing everything from picking up stars at the airport to supervising set building. The job was demanding and all-consuming, with my day often starting at 1 p.m. and running through till 3 a.m. Being a part of the theater world was exhilarating. I was surrounded by creative energy, constantly on the move, and every day was different. One day I might be driving a nervous actor to a rehearsal. The next I could be helping the director sort through a mountain of scripts. I learned quickly that there was no such thing as a typical day in this job. If someone needed a place to stay, I found them accommodation. If a line needed to be read when an actor was late, I stepped in. I even helped the media team with interviews and promotional events, sometimes coordinating with journalists until the early hours of the morning. The theater was my life. I was there for the first rehearsal, the late night rewrites, the frantic costume fittings, and the tense moments just before the curtain went up on opening night. There was a certain magic in seeing everything come together, knowing that I had played a small part in making it happen. But with the chaos and constant demands of the job, there was little time for anything else, especially not for taking care of myself. You'd think that with all the running around, I'd be thin as a rail. After all, I was on my feet for hours, often sprinting from one end of the city to the other to meet some urgent demand. But the reality was quite different. Despite my hectic schedule, I was the heaviest person in the company. I hated being tubby, and it was a source of constant frustration. I would look at the actors with their lean bodies and seemingly effortless grace and feel a pang of envy. They were disciplined, watching every bite they took, while I was grabbing whatever I could on the run. The problem wasn't just that I was always busy. It was that I had no time to eat properly. My meals were whatever was quick and easy, usually something from a street vendor or a fast food joint. I would eat in the car between errands or standing in the wings during a rehearsal. There was no time to think about nutrition or calories when I had a dozen other things on my mind. My life was a constant rush, and food became just another task to check off the list. At first, I didn't notice the weight creeping on. I was too busy, too focused on doing a good job to pay attention to what I was eating or how my clothes were fitting. But eventually, it became impossible to ignore. I would catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror, and instead of seeing the young, energetic person I imagined myself to be, I saw someone who looked tired and overweight. My clothes were getting tighter, and I found myself avoiding certain outfits because they no longer fit comfortably. I started to dread the moments when I would have to stand next to a female actor. They were all so fit, so in control of their bodies, and I felt like a lumbering elephant next to them. I tried to joke about it, to brush off the comments with a laugh, but inside, it hurt. I wanted to be thin and graceful like them, but I didn't know how to change. My day was too chaotic to fit in regular meals, let alone healthy ones. I would go for hours without eating, only to grab something unhealthy out of sheer desperation. Late night runs to the nearest 24-hour diner became a regular part of my routine. I would eat whatever I could get my hands on, trying to satisfy the gnawing hunger that had built up over the day. And then there were the snacks. Bags of chips, candy bars, anything that could be eaten quickly and with one hand while I was driving or working. I knew I was doing it wrong. I knew that my eating habits were terrible, that I was sabotaging myself with every bite. But the theater demanded everything from me, and I didn't feel like I had the luxury to stop and take care of myself. I kept telling myself that I would do something about it later, that once the current production was over, I would start eating better, exercising more, getting enough sleep. But there was always another production, another crisis to handle, another excuse not to make a change. The weight gain wasn't just physical, it affected my confidence too. I started to feel self-conscious about my appearance, especially in a world where image mattered so much. I would slouch, trying to make myself smaller, hoping that people wouldn't notice how heavy I had become. But I noticed. I felt the extra pounds in every step I took, every time I squeezed into a theater seat, every time I caught sight of myself in a reflective surface. The hardest part was knowing that I was the only one to blame. It wasn't the job's fault, or the demanding hours, or the constant stress. It was my choices, my lack of discipline, my failure to take control of my own life. I hated being tubby, but I felt trapped in a cycle that I didn't know how to break. Now, as I reflect on those years, I realize that the theater taught me so much about dedication, about the power of creativity, about the joy of being part of something bigger than myself. But it also taught me some hard lessons about the importance of self-care, about the dangers of neglecting your own needs in pursuit of a dream. Looking back, I wish I had found a way to balance the demands of the job with the need to take care of myself. But at the time, I was too caught up in the whirlwind to see the toll it was taking on me. What did I have to lose if I tried the ice cream diet? Everyone in my apartment building was gone to work in the mornings, and I had the place to myself. So I decided to take the plunge and try something new. I bought the Ninja Creami, ordered 6 different flavors of Keto Chow: chocolate, salted caramel, vanilla, raspberry cheesecake, cookies and cream, and mocha, and picked up some heavy cream. That's all it took. 2 simple ingredients to make ice cream. I poured an inch of cream into each of the containers with 2 packets of Keto Chow, mixed them with water, and froze them overnight. The next morning, I followed the Ninja Creami instructions to turn one of those frozen mixtures into ice cream. The noise from the machine was ear-splitting, but the results were worth it. The container of ice cream is too much to eat in one sitting. Wow, was it good, and only 500 calories. I couldn't finish it, so I took the rest with me in a thermos. It melted into a milkshake of sorts, which I sipped on for the rest of my shift. I started making other changes too. I began taking salads from the vending machines, tossing the buns from hot dogs and hamburgers, and eating more fruit. The weight began to come off. I did this for 5 months, and by the end, I was down to 149 pounds. I felt fabulous. I bought new clothes and kept watching the 2 Crazy Ketos on YouTube for more inspiration. There's nothing like ice cream as a way to lose weight. I just love it. In the end, I love my time in the theater, but I also learned that no job, no matter how exciting or fulfilling, is worth sacrificing your health and well-being. I may have been the world's best theater dog's body, but I paid a price for it. I still take that thermos of ice cream to work. Losing weight this way has been my secret. Please leave a comment below. Tell us where you are at and about your weight loss journey. Ice cream might be your answer to weight loss.